Social media influencer Rossi Lortheo Adams II has been sentenced to 14 years in prison for his role in a plot to steal a domain name at gunpoint. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Iowa announced Adams' sentencing Monday after he was found guilty of one count of conspiracy to interfere with commerce by force, threats, or violence in April. The case unfolded in 2015 when Adams, also known as Polo, started a company called State Snaps while he was a student at Iowa State. The company's claim to fame was posting risque images of wild partying college students on its Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat feeds. Iowa State was not pleased, according to the United States Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Iowa. But Adams, now 27, continued posting, often using the hashtag #DoItForState. According to court records, Adams had more than 1 million followers on his social channels at the height of State Snap's success. Though he already owned the doitforstate.com domain, he wanted to buy doitforstate.com as well. The problem? The URL wasn't for sale. When the Cedar Rapids-based owner of the domain refused to sell it, Adams hatched a violent plan to steal it instead, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office release. Things took a turn in June 2017 when Adams asked his cousin Sherman Hopkins Jr. to break into the home of the domain owner, identified only as ED in court filings, and tried to steal the domain at gunpoint. Adams found the owner's address through GoDaddy registration records, according to the United States Attorney's Office. Police say that Adams provided Hopkins with a demand note, which contained instructions for transferring the domain to Adams' GoDaddy account. Court records show that Hopkins was wearing pantyhose on his head, as well as a hat and sunglasses, and was carrying a stolen gun as well as a taser. Upon entering the victim's home, Hopkins kicked down the bedroom door of the domain owner, who had heard him break in and tried to hide. Hopkins ordered the victim to follow the instructions on the demand note before pistol whipping him in the head and holding the gun to his head. The victim attempted to wrestle the gun away from Hopkins and subsequently was shot in the leg, but the victim also managed to shoot Hopkins in the chest multiple times before calling the police. In addition to his 14-year sentence, Adams was also ordered to make nearly $9,000 in restitution as well as pay costs of prosecution, which totals to the amount of $3,957. He was also been ordered to repay the court $22,000 in attorney fees, according to the United States Attorney's Office. Adams is currently being held in the United States Marshal's custody until he is transported to federal prison. In 2018, Hopkins was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, leave me your thoughts and opinions below in the comment section. So I was a little bit confused about the domain because they said that Rossi already owned the domain doitforstate.com, but he wanted to buy doitforstate.com as well. So those two domains are exactly the same. I'm not quite sure if this is a typo in the article or what. If you guys know, let me know below.